Well, hello everyone. Welcome back once again to American Falls by Lancyboi. Nice to have you back on board. Nice to see that I am up to my old shenanigans. Why am I not? The vehicle tool is reserved for contract work. Okay, happy Tuesday. I guess that's how we're gonna start, huh? I don't know what's going on. I saved the game. I got a lot of this done, and now I notice we're back to the green doits. What did I tell you? They never let me keep my warrior. I don't know why. Come on, man. Anyways. Why am I not allowed to cultivate? Wait a minute. Ah, that's why. Because we're done. I guess. I think that's why. I didn't even notice. Holy cow. Well, that's good news. That's actually good news, if that's the reason why it's doing that. We don't have any big log errors staring me in the face. Well, then let's get out of Dodge. I guess if that's what they're going to say, that's how it's going to go. Where do we need to go next? We're going to do another cultivating job. Let me mention this here real quick. So I added a mod. I added liming contracts to the mix because we're going to be doing contracts for a while. So I thought, let's add a little something different. Well, you can see here, there's a $7,400 liming contract over on Field 36 that we might want to jump on. But there's a couple things to think about. At least I'm thinking about is this. So we've got $7,400, okay, almost $7,500 for Field 36. And if we lease the equipment again, because we need that spreader, that's $1,300. Now, we could keep this tractor and lease a spreader by itself. Now that spreader they're giving us to lease by itself is, well, almost twice as much, so that would be silly. But this guy here does lime. He's only $23,000. He's a little less to lease on its own. So we could save $150, $200 just leasing this spreader. Plus, it's a 42 meter spread, which is nice. And it holds 7,000 liters, which isn't too bad. We'd have to make a couple trips to the store. But then you've also got the cost of lime that you got to look at. So lime here, $350 for 2,000 liters. So remember that because I'm going to forget. $350 for 2,000 liters of lime. We're looking at Field 36. So if we go up to our field calculator, look at Field 36, lime, it's going to require a little over 11,000 liters. So we're going to say 12,000 liters of lime. And we're getting $350 for 2,000. So that means 6 bags at $350 a piece is $350, 37 times 3 is $2,100 in lime. Minimally, we're going to have to spend $2,100 in lime. So $2,100 in lime plus another $1,200 in a lease for the spreader. Now all of a sudden, all your hard work, you've got $7,500 minus 30 minus 3,000. Let's say we'll just say $3,200, $3,300. It's a $4,000 contract. So it's not great. It's not great. It would be I think a fairly quick job. I don't think it would be a lengthy job, but it's not not great as far as money, you know. So how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. I continue to appreciate the fine comments that come in. New subscribers. It's freaking awesome. We're having fun. Well, most of the time we're having fun. Maybe not always. Nah, we're always having fun. Even during the painful moments, we're having fun. This is the hardest series I've played in quite a while on Farming Simulator, actually. As far as just getting money, it's this has been the hardest I've worked for what we have, I would say, in a while. In quite a while, actually. I miss our compost silo back in the old Tranquil Waters. That was easy money. That was good money. Easy, good money. Too easy, though, right? I mean, kinda too easy. We need to find a place somewhere here to take a left and get back to that field back yonder. I think this will work lovely right here if I don't hit a fence. Field 43. I believe we're at Field 43. We are indeedly doodly. Well, this is where we're going to spend a little bit of time getting this field cultivated. This looks familiar. I think we started our journey in this neck of the woods, didn't we? Well, at least it's letting us cultivate again, so that must have been the issue. Let's turn some lights on so we can see what we're doing. Now, we've made things harder on ourselves, not just with limitations that we've put in place, but we've made things harder on ourselves by adjusting values, you know, making contracts worth a little less than they normally probably are, increasing workers' salaries. You know, you got to pay your help, right? You got to pay them well. Do you have to pay them well? Yeah, all right. We should pay them well. You want them to keep coming back, not steal your equipment. We're starting to gain some trust, I think, with the town folk. I think they're starting to see that we're not some fly-by-night business here where we're actually here to stay for a while. Try to get this farming community back up on its feet. I find the whole scenario a bit odd, though. Like, excuse me, why is it that all these farmers around here hired one dude to do all the work? Like, why aren't they out there getting it done? Like, is this like a retirement home farming community, maybe? Like, all the farmers around here, like Happy Acres retirement farming community. They all just own the farms but don't want to do any of the labor, or can't do any of the labor. Maybe the guy that was here that took off with everything, maybe he was more of just assisting farmers, you know? Like, the farmers do some things, obviously, right? Somebody had to plant that stinking sugar cane that we that we had to that we spent the entire month of October harvesting. You know, as much as I dislike that stinking sugar cane, we actually made some money off that project. So I can't completely say it was not a 100% waste of time. We did make some money off that project. Now, you know, it could be argued that we would have done better. Maybe it would have been better had we done more jobs for less money. We might have made out a little bit better. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I mean, at the end of October, we ended up with, what, 63 grand in the bank. 62, 63 in the bank. That's not too shabby for just being here in the city of American Falls for basically 2.5 months. I guess. Playing on hard mode. It'd be nice to be able to compare on the fly hard mode values versus easy economy. Talking to some of you, it sounds like you're either playing this map or you have played this map. Sounds like some of you have built your own farms on this map. That sounds pretty cool. I think we're a little ways away from being able to buy our own farm. But I think hopefully we'll get there sooner than later. I think what's going to help boost us a little bit quicker is if once we get enough money in the bank, or at least close enough to where if we need to take out a small loan, that's fine, but get our own tractor. We need to get our own tractor. We need to invest in that. And I think it would be wise to invest in getting at least a medium, so to speak, medium-sized, medium horsepower tractor, so that we can cover more jobs with our own equipment. I think I'd rather wait a little longer or take out a bigger loan and get a bigger tractor. And maybe that's what we should do. Maybe that's what we should consider doing is go big or go home, right? Maybe we need to look at some of the large equipment. That way we know we're not going to be underpowered and have to worry about that. Because it would kind of suck to buy a medium tractor and then find out that, you know, a few of the contracts we want to do, we still have to borrow money for equipment. But, you know, I'm looking at the lease or the borrowing prices for equipment for a lot of these contracts. And if you compare what the game charges for borrowing the equipment versus if you had to lease it outright, the borrowing price is actually usually really fair. Like really fair. Like considerably less than what you would pay if you had to lease it outright. So I don't know that borrowing equipment is necessarily all that bad financially. I mean, it kind of sucks that you have to do it, but man, if you had to lease the equipment for a full lease amount, you'd never make any money. In fact, I think you'd be going quite backwards. But it would still be nice to have our first tractor, and I think we'll definitely get there pretty soon. I don't think we're that far off. I don't know. What do y'all think? I actually, when I did the mods for this game, I actually did not enable a lot of John Deere mods. I actually kind of went, boy, I'm missing a nice little strip, aren't I? I actually went a little bit more with Case IH mods. I went more red than I went green this time. So we've got quite a few case tractors, and we've even got some McCormick's in the old lineup there too. So I think we're probably gonna see red. Some people call it a sling blade. I call it I don't know, what does he call it? Some people call it boy, it's been so long since I've seen that movie. Now I can't remember the lines. What a great movie, though. Billy Bob Thornton. I haven't seen him in anything recently. Now, not to say that he hasn't been in anything. I just really haven't watched anything with him in it recently. But he's just one of those actors. You know how you have some actors that you just, when you see them, you want to watch what they're in. You may not be super interested in what they're in, but you want to watch it because they're in it. He's one of those actors for me. If Billy Bob Thornton's in something, I'm fixing to watch it. Bad Santa. One of my favorite comedies. One of my favorite comedies is Bad Santa. Disgusting, foul, Bad Santa. But man, does it make me laugh. That'll tell you where my sense of humor is, probably. He was amazing in Monsters Ball. He was absolutely amazing in Fargo. And if you're saying, Brad, he wasn't in Fargo, I'm talking the show Fargo, not the movie. I mean, the movie Fargo was fantastic. That's got another actor in it that I go out of my way to watch. That's Steve Buscemi. He's another one of those actors that I have enjoyed so many things he's been in. Reservoir Dogs, one of the best movies of all time. Yeah, I'm throwing that out there. Certainly Quentin Tarantino, one of, I think, his best, if close to his best. But yeah, Steve Buscemi's amazing. Again, somebody else, movie Fargo, fantastic. I mean, he can be funny, he can be serious. I mean, his role in The Sopranos was excellent. It's hard to picture him as a New York firefighter. And I think when I first found out that he was a New York firefighter was when he did a special after 9/11. I think he went back to his old firehouse and they did an interview or did some stuff there, and I was really surprised to see that he started off as a New York firefighter. I see Steve Buscemi being a firefighter. But yeah, another great actor that I love watching. But Billy Bob Thornton, when I found out that he was that dude, is it Sling Blade? Is that what the movie is called, Sling Blade? Man, it's horrible. I can't remember that, but I think it's called Sling Blade. Is that what he says? Some people call it a switch. No, not a switchblade. Some people call it, I forget. Anyways, I could not believe that was Billy Bob Thornton. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. You want to talk about out of character? I would not have guessed it. I mean, after they told me it was him, I was like, oh, I kind of see it. But dang. That's a great movie. I need to watch that movie again soon. That's just a... And what fascinated me, too, about that movie was Dwight Yoakam. Dwight stinking Yoakam, the redneck hillbilly of country music, is such a dick in that movie. He is amazing. And you just want to punch him. He plays an amazing... And it's amazing how, I mean, he may not be one of these actors you're going to see winning, awards anytime soon. But he is definitely, he stands out in my mind as one of those actors that can play that role of somebody who you just want to punch. He just looks like somebody you want to punch. He acts like somebody you want to punch. And I've heard in real life he's not like that at all. I've heard in real life he's actually quite a good dude, you know. But yeah, he's just got that look, you know. He's just got the look. You wouldn't even have to say anything, and you just want to hit him. I'm not a violent person, but you know, it doesn't mean you can't fantasize, right? But Dwight Yoakam is amazing. I'll take some biscuits. If you're give me some of them French fried potatoes. Man, there's so many good. It's just such a good movie. How the heck did I get on that? Can't even remember. I don't know, every once in a while I like chatting TV and movies with you all because it fascinates me to hear what people are watching. I love when I have a chance to find out what other people are watching. There's something about that always really interests me. And I don't know if it just tells me something about the person, or if I find out they're watching something. Like, I've got a friend that I love the guy. He's an amazing person. We get along so well. He's just somebody that makes me laugh. He's just got a really good sense of humor. He's a really good guy. But he watches The Bachelor. He watches all these shows that I cannot even think about watching. In fact, I get angry when I think about them. He watches The Bachelor. He watches 90 Day Fiancé. Is that what it's called? He watches, what's that stupid show where they're on an island and they're kicking people off, and Survivor. He watches that ridiculous garbage. And this is the thing, is that he knows how much I detest, because none of these shows are real. And that's what makes me mad about him. Not makes me mad, but makes me wonder why people bother watching them. They're so scripted. If you're going to watch something scripted, watch something good. I don't need to watch some desperate guys trying to get hooked up in 90 days. And half of it is nonsense, if not more of it. If I'm going to watch scripted television, then just let it be scripted. You know, let it be regular TV. Just saying. But yeah, he watches all that kind of nonsense. One of the few shows, I would say reality quote shows, that you know what, I'm getting worked up. I need my adult water beverage. Let me grab my adult water beverage. Let me turn on GPS. Oh, no, we can't do that. No. Gen X Stoner. We can't have we can't have GPS. I want to know who Gen X Stoner is. I'm calling you out, Gen X Stoner. Because here's the thing, man. You laid out this amazing gameplay rules in the RQS conglomerated Discord channel. Okay? It's the first I ever heard of you. I've never seen you leave a comment on any videos. So I'm beginning to wonder, who is this Gen X Stoner? Who is this person? See, I have to be careful because my kids have a lot of friends. And they're at that age where they're getting pretty smart about how to fake identities, how to do things, you know, how to use technology, and how to be little brats, right? Messing with dad is their main objective. I love them to death, but that's what they like to do. They're messing with dad. Early on when the channel started, I would get my son, my youngest son. I never did take a drink. That's disappointing. My youngest son would just mess with me. I'd get, you know, every once in a while, I'd get these comments like, you know, oh, really enjoy your, you know, really enjoy your content. Some of the best farming simulator content on YouTube. Then I'd find out later that it was him or one of his friends messing with me. You know, I'd reply, oh, thanks, you know, that's super nice of you to say. And come to find out, you know, it's just somebody farting around with me. But yeah, this Gen X Stoner, I'm calling you out. I need validation. Can I look and see who all my subscribers are? Does YouTube actually provide a list of your subscribers? Shoot, I've never looked at that. Now that I think about it, I don't know if YouTube does that. How far are we on this stinking contract? Okay. 69%. What time is it? Ooh, we're working into the evening hours, my friends. Let me grab my adult water beverage and actually get a drink this time. I was talking to my son about Gen X Stoner when it was laid out for me on Discord. And I remember talking to him. I said, "Hey, have you looked at my Discord channel and seen and take a look at what this guy or girl, I don't know, it could be either or. I have no indication of whether it's a he or a she, but I'll just say he. It's just whatever. I'm old enough to just use he for everything." And, you know, take a look at what he says, and I'm like, can you believe somebody took that kind of time to lay out that much detail? Oh man, I'm getting lost in the mire here. Looks like we got something over here. I should probably finish this section off, maybe make life a little easier on myself. And he's like, dang, you know, this person actually like really went out of their way to lay it out. And I'm thinking, yeah, they did. So for me, it meant that my son didn't do it. Neither one of my kids did it, because neither one of them could give a rip about Farming Simulator. They don't hate it, but they don't play it, so they don't know enough about it, I guess is my point. They definitely do not know enough about Farming Simulator to be able to write that kind of detail. I don't know, maybe this was a mistake what I'm doing here. I think I'm starting to get all over the place. Maybe I should try following these stinking islands at this point. I don't know what I'm doing. So, I don't think it was them, but now that I'm talking to you all about it, now I'm beginning to wonder if Gen X Stoner is maybe a friend of my kids who plays the game. And maybe my kids put him up to it. You know, now I gotta wonder, do my kids put somebody up to it? Or is it Chat GPT? I gotta tell you, that Chat GPT freaks me out. Oh, hold on a sec. I gotta take care of this adult water beverage issue. Alright, thank you. That Chat GPT freaks me out. And I know I'm going to sound old. Oh, look at that moon. That is sweet. Daddy wants a moonshot. Yeah, see, now you all will know what our little thumbnail's going to look like. That's a beauty moon. I like it. That looks like a blood moon. Doesn't it a little bit? Because it's not red enough for a blood moon. Anyways. That's another subject we'll have to cover some other time. Is there any truth in the fact that the crazies come out on a full moon? So anyways, ChatGPT kind of freaks me out, mostly because it's actually at a point where when we are at a point where we can't tell the difference, and it's actually there, I think, already. Now, I saw it on YouTube, so I don't know how much validity to put into it, but I heard within the next year or two, ChatGPT is going to get a sizable upgrade. A relatively sizable upgrade. And it's going to be even better than ever. You got to remember with technology, right? I don't know, what's that? I always forget that law that goes in with technology, but that rule of technology where, you know, it kind of doubles and doubles and doubles and doubles, kind of thing like that, where it gets bigger or just increases faster and faster as it goes, almost like compounding interest kind of a thing. And so I'm expecting ChatGPT is as good as it is. It would not surprise me in the least if it really, really gets a lot better. Faster and faster. But I don't think it's a chat GPT thing. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, Gen X Stoner. I don't know who you are. The only thing that makes me a little bit questionable, it makes me question it, is I have not gotten any comments from Gen X Stoner especially since we started this series, which is what I would have expected, because basically he created the series. I asked for ideas for a hard series, and Gen X Stoner, well, did it in detail. But yet, strangely, I have not heard. Can I just say GXS? That's actually harder to say. I have not heard from GXS. I want to hear from GXS. I believe Gen X Stoner and myself would get along. Sounds like my kind of dude or gal. But you got to be careful, man. People are messing with the old man. My kids like to mess with the old man. It's just what it is. Then it makes me feel bad about the times I mess with my old man. Because I realize how many times I mess with him. Because my sense of humor I got from my mom. From my mom's side. Well, from my mom. I don't know about her side, but definitely from my mom. There's no question about that. I mean, anybody who knows me or knows my family, oh yeah. Me and my mom could go at it. That sounds horrible. Me and my mom could go at each other. That sounds horrible too. Me and my mom could get on each other's case quickly, and like every minute of it, just with, you know, she's got the same sense of humor. Probably not as far as I'll take mine, because she's more refined. She's a kinder lady. But we definitely have very similar senses of humor. I'm just going to wipe out this little island here so we don't have to muck with it. I'm getting lost in the dark and things aren't working for me here. So, I don't know. And you can't see diddly squat on our map. That would be a really nice thing to be able to... Makes me want to enable precision farming just for that feature, but I don't want to do that because we don't want precision farming. Precision farming is great. And I think I've had a couple people say, why not turn on precision farming. And really the main reason that I didn't want to use precision farming are the benefits. I didn't want the benefits of precision farming. And precision farming didn't really make sense to use on this Let's Play. How, you know, I don't think this is a situation where there would be that kind of equipment available to be able to really do precision farming. What is that light? Oh, just a single rear light. Wait, I don't like uneven things, man. You got two and two, you got two and two, and then you got one white. Where's the second white one right there? Is it hidden underneath there somewhere? I don't think so. Come on, Deutz, even it out. No wonder your tractors don't sell. I don't know if that's true. I wish, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I wish that there was a bigger variety of tractors in my area. I would really like to be able to see a bigger variety of tractors in my area. I'm not really Mr. Brand guy when it comes to this. I mean, I like to say that I like John Deere. I think generally speaking, I would have to say that I would have to pick John Deere if I was a brand guy, because I kind of grew up with people that had John Deeres. And I know when I was a kid, I had a little John Deere tractor that you could pedal around. But I'm not like super, you know, I'm not that guy that's like hardcore, you know, John Deere. I'm not buying John Deere t-shirts, let's put it that way, right? Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that's just not what I'm into. And I actually really like some of these foreign brands, and I know that may not play well, but I like a lot of these foreign tractors. I like the looks of some of them. I think some of them look a lot better than, I think there's definitely better looking tractors than John Deere, and I know that's sacrilegious to say, but I mean, I really like the look of the Valtras. I like the look of these Deutz Fahr. I think that Warrior, particularly the Warrior, oh man. JCBs, you know, I don't think they're, I don't really look at them and go, man, those are some sweet looking tractors. I don't dislike them. But they're not, for me at least, they're not like fantastic. We don't want that. What do we want? Well, that's not helping me. Why is that not helping me? Is it a seed bed? Nope, seed bed's not helping me. Look at that seed bed right there along the edge. See that? And I bet that, see, and that's what I went through a while ago, was trying to figure out what combination of tools actually makes a seed bed. So there we use some combination of tools, whether it was how we harvested this or something, I don't know. Why isn't it showing us? Is it stubble tillage? There. But it's not showing us what's stinking done. Brad, what are you doing wrong? What are you doing wrong, man? You're doing something wrong. I'll remember when I stop the recording. I'll go, oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I need to do. We need to find where in the name of all things holy I haven't cultivated. I should have just followed the islands. It would have probably made my life a little bit easier here in the dark. We'll find out. We got a patch somewhere that I've neglected to do. Where are we at? 90 some percent? 94%? 95%? We're darn tootin' close. We are darn tootin' close. We're going to wrap this bad boy up one way or the other. Get this cultivating contract donezo. We need to take as much advantage of the days as we can. You know, I thought having these 2-day seasons was going to be, I don't know what I thought. I thought they would make things longer, like as far as more difficult to have to deal with them, but I'm actually quite liking it. Especially with the 6X, right? With the 6X time, I guess you could argue and say, well, Brad, if you went with 1X and 1-day seasons, it would be the same thing. I get that. But it's kind of fun to play 2-day seasons. Again, it's one of those things, I think I've mentioned it to you guys, where, you know, I get my groceries delivered, right? And sometimes not the brightest people are doing that job. Not to be mean, but just sometimes not the brightest people are delivering my groceries. And they'll deliver the wrong thing. And I've learned, though, instead of getting upset about it, I roll with it, because I have found that sometimes it ends up being really good that they did it. I find something I like that I never would have tried. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Just last week, all right, I did what I normally do. I ordered my Aunt Millie's, country buttermilk. All right, for me, Aunt Millie's country buttermilk may not be the best bread you've ever had, but it's one of the best all-arounder breads. It makes good French toast. It makes a good sandwich. It's an all-around good bread. Not the greatest, but a good all-arounder. And then you put in a backup, because if they're out of your first choice, you know, you put in a backup so that they're not just grabbing something you don't want or just saying, screw it, I'm not going to get you any bread. I've actually had this happen where common sense has completely gone out the door with some of these people, and I'll order like $20 worth of lunch meat, but yet the bread is out of the one kind of bread I wanted is out of stock. So instead of using some common sense and thinking, oh, he's ordered $20 worth of lunch meat, he actually might want some bread to go with that. No. Just deliver the lunch meat without the bread. Don't bother texting me and asking me if there's some bread I need. Oh, I've gotten upset about that. I have definitely gotten upset about that. But there's an alternative plan to that. Oh, we finished. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But when something like that happens, I just get a hold of the company or get a hold of the grocery store or whoever I'm ordering through, and they've taken care of me. You know, they'll throw a, credit on your account so that. But still, though, now you're sitting with all this Buddig. I'll tell you, you can get a lot of lunch meat for $20 if you're buying Buddig. I don't know if you know what Buddig is, but Buddig is that old classic. It used to be 50 cents a pack, but it's gone up to 85 cents now. But it's kind of the cheapo lunch meat, but it's got its own taste, and I like it. Anyways, I digress, as I always do. Where do we need to go? What do we need to do? Do we have another Yeah, we do have another cultivating contract. All right, let's drive to field 21, and we'll call this an episode. Where the stink is field 21? I can never find the stink, and there it is. Oh, down by the store. Okay. All right, let's do that. Hard to find fields on this Mamba Jamba. Lancyboi definitely did not number. Brad, you're going the wrong way, man. You're going the wrong way. Now you're going through the woods and you're all over the place. Oh, now you're going backwards. Now you're going the wrong way that way. Well, as long as we're, I guess, somewhat going there. You know what? This would be easier in the daytime. Maybe I'll just wait till it gets light out. But yeah, it's just one of those things, Sometimes common sense isn't everybody's strongest suit. I feel like I am not. Oh yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Actually, field 21 is there. Yeah, we'll go this way. We can kill these extra spotlights, I guess. Don't really need those. So yeah, I'm thinking we're doing reasonably well. Reasonably well. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there eventually. Shooting for Shooting for a, whoops, I don't want that. I'm going to miss my turn. We'll figure out what tractor we're going to get. I'm thinking it's going to be red. If any of you have any thoughts on... I was actually kind of thinking that maybe it would be a good idea. I don't know why I didn't remember this. It might not be the worst idea to get a fast track. I mean, let's face it. If we got a high-end, larger fast track, it has the speed and it has the power. That might not be the worst thing to do, because like we ran into with our sugarcane, fast deliveries, a little speed might not hurt. Where in the blazes are we? 21 is over there to our left. I know where we're going. I got to get some sleep. That's the problem. It's almost 8 o'clock. We've worked a long day. $8 p.m. on the American Falls. Everybody's inside watching their favorite, I don't know, The Bachelor show. I just don't know how anybody can watch that. I don't get it. And again, nothing personal. People will say the same thing about a lot of the stuff I watch. So, to each their own. But shows like The Bachelor, and I hate to single that out. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. The one reality show, we'll just park right in here where the old truckster is. The one reality show that I really liked, and yeah, it was scripted, a lot of it, was the Ozzy Osbourne. Was Ozzy Osbourne's, I forget what it was called. Was it just called Ozzy? Oh my gosh, that show was amazing. What a train wreck, and it was amazing to watch. I loved the old Ozzy Osbourne show. One reality show that I definitely enjoyed. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for putting up with me again. I appreciate it. You all take care of yourselves. Have an amazing Tuesday, hopefully. We'll be back here on American Falls for our second day of November, and we'll continue on our... I really like this Deutz. See, isn't that a sharp-looking tractor? I mean, even that green. I don't mind that green. I know some people aren't big fans of it, but I don't mind it. I like a little standout, This is what I'm talking about. Maybe we need to consider something like... I might have to look into the old modsters for this, because I think... Oh, that's what we should get for our first tractor. Too slow. Too big and cumbersome. We have a few New Hollands. We've got some Massies, and we've got some cases. I know I did some McCormick mods. I didn't, like I said, I really didn't add any John Deere mods. It doesn't mean we can't buy or add some, or even buy the base John Deere stuff. Just do a lot of John Deere, and I kind of want to try some different things. But look at that, 348 horsepower. It goes 43 miles an hour. It's basically the fastest tractor we're going to get, which I think would be super handy. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is that horsepower right there. I'd like to see it up in the 450s, like the mid to upper 4s. And I know there's mods that we can look at, so maybe we'll do that. So maybe we'll end up grabbing a fast track, I think that might not be a bad all-arounder. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'd be curious to hear what you think. I know there's other tractors we can get. 37, that's not bad for the old Fent. I really, really like these Fent 1000 Varios too. Again, up there on some of my favorite tractors. Let me know what you think. Always take it into consideration. I'm excited. I'm excited about getting our first tractor. It's like we really earned it this time. We didn't come across the money easy. God knows we didn't come across it easy. Whew. I mean, a New Holland? I mean, look at the price of the New Holland, but it's only 31 miles an hour, which isn't horrible. But again, I just, for some reason, these in-game New Hollands just don't look as good to me as they do in real life. I don't know if it's just that blue or what. There's just something about it. If I could find a New Holland that allows us to change the color, maybe I could get a better looking blue. Like if I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. No. Oh no. No, 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 no. It's just weird. It's like it. Oh, that's awful. It's like I don't know why. It's the one brand that I've seen in real life, or if I see farmers on YouTube with New Hollands, they just look better than they do in the game. And I can't really say that necessarily about the rest of these brands. Like the Massey looks good either way. But there's something about this New Holland. Anyways, I'm yammering. You all have an awesome day. And like I said, we'll be back. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your comments. Feel free to join the channel if you'd like. Feel free to join Discord if you like. Oh, and remember, thank you, TBG, by the way, for keeping track of that for me. The Discord channel, you do need to accept, I don't know, whatever the channel rules are and stuff like that. And that will give you full access to everything in the Discord channel. It's not nothing special, but just don't forget to do that. I've had a couple people mention that. One person said they thought it was only a voice channel, and I actually had somebody else mention that to me. But yeah, just make sure you say yes. I agree not to be an idiot or a jerk or be mean. But none of us are that way, anyways. We've got the best. We've got the best crew. We've got the best crew. That's all there is to it. All right, everyone. Take care. I'll see ya. Bye for now.